We'll keep it moving here. Next question. What are some common mistakes that new cannabis entrepreneurs make, and how can they be avoided? Okay, so moving into the entrepreneurial space, the first thing that comes to mind to me here is understanding the rules and the regulations, the laws and compliance. One of the primary hurdles in cannabis today that still exists is clearly that it is not federally legal. What this means is that cannabis companies don't have access to traditional banking resources and tools as any other company. The Section 280E is a huge hurdle. This means that businesses in cannabis cannot expense their taxes for, like what they have spent to get their business up and running and operating. Those cannot be expensed like they can be in any other industry. So financing and banking becomes a huge hurdle here. From an entrepreneurial standpoint, typically, if you're starting a business, I'm not sure what they're talking about here. This is a pretty general question, but if it's cultivation or dispensary, even the money necessary for licensing and getting approval, that requires a lot of money. And again, you won't have access to traditional loans. You need to sort of circumvent that, shore that up. But now that the process of becoming legal has gained momentum, and state by state, more and more each year are moving in this direction, there are a lot of people around who have learned the hard way. So there are other business builders and entrepreneurs that have either hopped over a few of those hurdles or completely been smashed down by them in the past. So aside from understanding, the finance and the banking aspects of it, the funding aspect, I would say that included within that would be to surround yourself with other people, other experts. You may not be that expert in tax law or finance or banking. However, there are people who are those experts. Get to know them, meet them. If you're if you are that money guy, but you don't have the cultivation experience, you better go out and you better start meeting some of the best cultivators in the world. You need to surround yourself with experts and with people who have been through it, because the circle of influence that you're going to need in order to push through is great. It's a great one. And the lessons I've learned in cannabis so far are extremely impactful to moving forward through this industry. So I would say, don't try to do this alone. What you can avoid is trying to do this alone. Get to conferences, shake hands, progressively pronounce your intentions. You need to talk about what your plans are openly and publicly. You need to get feedback from people who are in the industry, outside the industry, have experience. You need to make it known what your goals are, what your intentions are, so that you can start building these relationships and networking with the people who you need to be surrounded by in order to make it a success. Right now, a lot of the cannabis industry is members of the community holding up other members of the community, giving high fives, holding hands, holding each other up, and supporting each other. It requires that, especially on this localized level where we're at right now. So if you're looking into being an entrepreneur in the cannabis space, surround yourself with other experts. Don't do this alone.